I've said we've had short weeks before in the past, but I mean, I struggle bus this week to come up with anything. It's, there's a war going on, but you wouldn't know it by the news from this week. So, if this is your first episode that you're tuning in for Civil War in Hindsight, you might want to not. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me as always is Prospector Johnny, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, but this one is, nothing happens this week. I think everybody forgot.
That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight.
It might as well, because really, this is an episode you guys can go ahead and skip. How you guys?
Hey, let's do a little check-in.
Yeah, how's
everybody doing?
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments. How are you holding up through this war? You doing okay? Are you tired of it yet?
Because
I am.
Yeah,
this thing sucks.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
I'll bet some of our fine citizens at home have forgotten the war's going on altogether.
Which this week is, yep.
Like,
yep. But
there's a pretty good chance there are people in this country that are like, wait,
it's still going on?
We're still doing that. We're still? Like people in friggin' like northern Indiana,
like Minnesota,
Ohio, Minnesota.
What are they doing?
Like,
Nothing.
Nothing.
They forgot
we
a
have
war
these
going on
natives to worry about. Maybe we'll go kill some of them.
Well, they did that already. They did that in 1862 with the Dakota Wars. But that's been over.
They're done with that. So I don't know. Move west. Go get some of the territories out there.
Yep. Anyways, Johnny, this week opens up on the 9th with Lincoln and his cabinet discussing resuming trade with Southern cotton planters. Which I don't know. Lincoln. These are the people that you're actually at war with. These are the ones that...
It's not, though.
Yeah.
No.
They're not the ones that we're fighting, but
Pause.
they...
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah?
You know how tired the actual citizens in the South are of fighting this war? You know how tired and sick and tired they are of not having resources, of having to pay 50% taxes on stuff, of having to have a draft and all this stuff? I'll bet there is a big old number of Southern folks that are just like, I want this war to be over. I want to be able to sell my cotton back to the North. That'd be great. And if Lincoln can get that trade going, then that's going to put a whole lot of pressure on the South to stop the war.
Maybe. I'm taking it from more of the other end of it, that the cotton planters are the ones that are the plantation owners, are the ones that own all the slaves, that are the reason why we seceded. And why would we be giving them money?
Well, no, because Lincoln made slavery illegal. Do you not? We could
just take the cotton because it's war materials, and there's a whole confiscation acts, and we could just take. We could just
rob our own country that we're trying to get back into our country. We could just steal from them.
Yeah.
And then end the war, and then bring them back to our country and be like, hey, remember when we just stole everything from you?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Raped all your women? That was cool. Welcome back to the United States. Vote for me. Like, what the... Tommy, we are fighting to preserve a nation. We are not fighting to eliminate the natives. We did that. We won. It was successful. Now we're trying to keep a nation together.
Oh, okay.
You can't just go ballistic on them. You gotta... it's a little give and take. There's some compromise and stuff. We'll buy cotton from you. Stop using slaves.
All right. Johnny, all major fronts are quiet on the 10th, with some skirmishing at Campbellton, Georgia, and Woodbury, Tennessee. This is like literally just bored soldiers going into the ether of nothingness. We're going to see some Indian fighting, Johnny. Speaking of Indians, we're going to see some of them fighting. It's actually the Cherokee forces fighting the Cherokee forces. So at the start of the war, remember, the Cherokee joined...
This seems to not impact us?
No, it doesn't. The Cherokee joined the Confederacy, right? Remember that? And then, last year, they're like...
The whole of the Cherokee?
Yeah. And then, midway through last year, the majority of the Cherokee were like, that was really dumb when we're rejoining the Union. Well, now the two tribes are they're doing that.
They're having their own little civil war.
Having their own little civil war.
Over the Civil War.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
We like these people who took our land and kicked us out of our territory more than we like these people that kicked us out of our land and took our territory. And they're like, no, we like these people more than we like these people. Spoiler alert, they lose. sides.
It doesn't matter which side they take. They lost.
Nope.
It was going to go, didn't matter. Johnny, there is going to be, on the 12th, a deadlock in the Shenandoah Valley. This deadlock has been going on for a while. This is early, and Sheridan, they just keep chasing around each other in the tails. Skirmishing, not a whole lot happening. Nobody can really gain any ground there. Lincoln is actually aggravated enough that he writes to Grant saying, hey, dude, what the hell? I put you in charge to end all this shit. You said Sheridan's your guy, and he's doing a whole lot of fucking nothing. So can you, talk to Sheridan and figure this shit out? And Grant's like, listen, just be patient. I heard through the grapevine that Lee has recalled...
Yeah, the theme of the war.
Yeah, that Lee has recalled his troops that he loaned early back to Petersburg because he needs them for that siege down there. And so pretty soon, Sheridan's going to have, a 4-1 advantage over Early's forces, so certainly that's going to only mean success, right? That's...
Yeah, we have seen time and time again that having the man advantage in this war means that you will maybe or maybe not win.
Yeah, it really does not make a difference. No.
It's
sure.
about 50-50.
Yeah, that's our experience of
useless.
it.
So.
Yeah, so far.
Be patient, though. Lincoln, keep you,
That fighting in the Shenandoah Valley does pick up a little bit on the 13th. There's a small engagement at Bunker Hill. Again, Johnny, it's not that Bunker Hill. It's the other Bunker Hill. It's not the Boston Bunker Hill with the whites of their eyes British. It's another Bunker Hill.
Right, yeah, there are lots of those.
Yeah.
So I heard you mention the 10th and the 12th and the 13th. You never mentioned the 11th. Have you forgotten?
No, the 11th was the Cherokee. That was a Cherokee.
Oh, you just didn't mention
the date.
It was on the 11th.
But it was,
Oh, okay.
that was...
I was just afraid that you had forgotten.
No, it was
9/11.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
had promised
I did.
in the future you would never forget.
Oh, how could anybody forget September 11th?
I will not have forgotten it in
1864.
the future. Yep. Big day.
Big day. Johnny, this is kind of like the whole Bunker Hill fighting over and over and over again this year in the war is very reminiscent. Remember that courthouse that we kept fighting over every other week? It's
the one that was on a pond or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, this is the new courthouse that we keep.
The new one?
Yeah,
cool. It's a good thing that we replaced that because that last one was so successful.
We shot it
such
up
a large
quite
impact.
Yeah, no impact whatsoever at all. Johnny, on the 14th, Anderson's forces from Early are going to actually arrive back in Petersburg with Lee, so that is now taking taking basically a third of his army away from Early.
So now we got the advantage, and now Sheridan can do something about it, right?
Yeah, and while that's going on, Grant's actually going to extend his trench lines around Petersburg, again, further tightening the stranglehold there. And Johnny, this very short week, so short, it's going to end on the 15th with Grant heading north to meet with Sheridan to discuss a battle strategy for the Shenandoah Valley because you've got a 4-1 man advantage. You might want to. It's time to. Yeah, you're going to have to.
It's just
shit or get off the pot because. Come on, but we're gonna have to wait till next week to see if he does in fact have constipation or if everything's moving freely.
I bet he's stopped up.
That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Hindsight. We talk about all kinds of fun things. We've got shorts. That's probably what you've seen most of me rambling about random things. We've got long format videos on presidents. We've got long format videos on Cola Wars, the Diet Cola Wars. We've got a long format video on Laserdisc format wars, because that's a thing that 3 people seem to have enjoyed.